Hi everyone and welcome to my kitchen. I am Sambika and today I'm going to show you how to make a vegan lasagna. So our first step is to turn on our oven and our toaster. I'm going to set the oven on 200 degrees. Our first step is to cook our pumpkin, which is our base of our lasagna, and I'm going to set that on 200 degrees. You will also need a food processor and a high-speed blender. The first step is to start preparing our bechamel sauce because we need it to cook and cool down before we can process it and put it on top in the end. For this, we need 2 cups of water, 2 cups of cashew nuts. I am going to go through this with you step by step so we can put it together. Two vegetable stock cubes, two leeks sliced but the green part discarded. They don't have to be sliced thinly, just very roughly because we are going to blend them. Just going to give them a little wash. And 2 cloves of garlic. The recipe says 2 cloves, but I'm going to use about 4 small ones. We're using Australian garlic for today's recipe. It's not always available, so if you can't get Australian, Mexican is also fine. Or any garlic that's available. Try not to buy the pre-packaged garlic. Always buy fresh garlic by the piece. I will be putting this on the stove on high first so that we can bring it to the boil and then simmer it for about 10. I will put the lid on it so it comes to the boil quicker. Our next step is to put our first eggplant into our toaster. I will be cooking this eggplant on the sandwich press, one at a time. I will only part peel it because it will fall apart if there's no skin on it at all. If there is too much skin, it might be a little bit tough. So I'm only part peeling the eggplant. Sliced about 1 centimetre thick. If it's a little bit thicker or a little bit thinner, it doesn't matter because it's still going to cook nicely. And I will put this now in the toaster to toast, but first I will put some baking paper on the top and the bottom. So that our eggplant doesn't stick. Our next step is to cook our pumpkin. The pumpkin is the base of our dish, so we will put it in the oven and cook it first before we continue with the next steps. I will be using a baking dish. It can be about 30 by 30 centimeters or 35 by 25 centimeters, approximately this size. So the first step is to put some olive oil, just a tablespoon on the bottom, and spread around with a brush all around the bottom and a little bit of the sides of our baking dish. That's it. And I will be cutting our pumpkin pumpkin. Now I'm going to use a small knife to take the seeds off. And then I will take the skin off just by using a bigger knife. It's easier to do this than use a peeler. And I will slice it up in small slivers, again about 1 centimeter thick, to line the bottom of our tray. They don't have to be 100% even again, they can just be roughly the same size. I really love this lasagna because it's full of nutrients, full of fresh produce. You can buy everything from one place. You don't have to travel to source your ingredients. And there's no fancy ingredients in it, so it's really convenient and easy to source your ingredients. So now we're going to line our baking dish with our pumpkin, again just roughly, and once it's cooked you can shuffle it around. The pumpkin adds a beautiful sweetness to the dish, especially the pink pumpkin. It's so sweet and beautiful. And now we will put this in the oven to cook until we're ready to take it out, probably about 20 minutes. In the meantime, we will be starting our bolognese sauce. For this you will need a large onion, about 4 cloves of garlic, some olive oil, mushrooms, and a few herbs and spices, and I'll go through that with you as we go along. So I'm going to turn the stove on, medium to high heat to get it going, and then we will turn it down later on. I will put 2 tablespoons of olive oil to start heating up. I love using a heavy base saucepan for this. And we will slice our onion. Not too fine. I also like to take out that little bit on the end that still joins all the segments together, just so that it separates easier. And that'll start sizzling. I love the smell of onion and garlic cooking in oil. Beautiful. I'm going to give that a little bit of a stir with the silicone spatula. I love using silicone spatulas for cooking. And we will peel our garlic Again, some of these are small and some of these are big, so I will use probably about, you know what, I'm just going to use this whole thing. The recipe says 4 garlic cloves. But if you use a little bit extra, it doesn't matter. A good way to peel the garlic is to give it a little bit of a bang first with the back of your knife, just to separate the skin from the garlic clove. It makes it so much easier to peel. Oh, I can smell that now, and you can probably hear it sizzling. Yeah, try not to waste any of the last bits of the garlic clove. I get really excited when I see and smell fresh produce cooking, and I don't like wasting any of it. I always use every little bit. I will turn this down a little bit because we don't want it to burn too quickly. We just want it to go a little bit brown and just a little bit clear. But the onion does need a little bit cooking before we put our garlic in, because it does take longer to cook. I'm really excited to show you how this bolognese sauce works. We're not using any meat at all, but it looks like we are. Roughly chop your garlic, not too fine, but then again not too chunky. When you choose a knife for cooking, make sure it's one that you really, really love and one that's really easy for you to use, so you can enjoy cooking as much as what I do. Our mushrooms will be our meat. So I will put them in 2 batches in the food processor, so then we can throw them into our sauce. Mushrooms or minced up. Yeah, this is perfect. Again, the silicone spatula makes it so much easier to empty the contents out of the dish without leaving too much behind. I will give it a stir, turn it up on high so that all the juices from the mushrooms can be absorbed by our pan. I don't like to have any juices left in the pan before we start putting our sauce in. We're going to check on our eggplant and we will put another eggplant inside. There you are, nice and golden brown. And I will cut the next one up to put in the toaster. If the whole thing doesn't fit inside the toaster, it doesn't matter, you can put it in next time. I don't like to slice the eggplants too far in advance because sometimes they do go brown. Next lobster. I will turn down our bechamel sauce ingredients so that we can let it simmer for a little bit. And I will also add a little bit of water in there because it has been absorbed. There we are. This smells delicious. It smells amazing. Okay, the next step is to put in our passata. I'm putting a whole bottle of passata in, is 700 grams. I will turn it down a little bit so it doesn't splatter everywhere. And I will put a little bit of water in our bottle just to wash it off. I don't like leaving any sauce in there at all. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Some cracked pepper. Couple of tablespoons of salt. Two tablespoons of basil leaves, dried basil leaves. A cinnamon stick. Couple of bay leaves, 2 bay leaves. Stir so that all our ingredients will mix together. Don't think I've forgotten anything. Passata, tomato paste, salt, pepper, basil, a cinnamon stick, and 2 bay leaves. Just mix it really well to combine. Oh, this smells absolutely delicious. Okay, I am going to put the lid on this and let it simmer for a few minutes before we're ready to start putting our lasagna together. It smells yummy. Okay, while we're waiting for this, I will cut up another eggplant. The recipe says 3. But I couldn't find any big enough eggplant today, so I picked up 4. If we don't use all of them, it doesn't matter. Because once you grill them all, what you can do with the leftovers is make a marinade with some apple cider vinegar, olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic and chili. And marinate them in the fridge overnight, and you can have them as a side with your dinner, on a sandwich with some sourdough bread. It's really delicious. I really love marinated eggplant to have with your starters or with your cheese platter. It's beautiful. I will turn our bechamel sauce ingredients off and let them cool down for a little bit so that they're not too hot when we blend them in the high-speed blender. The next step is I'm going to grill some more eggplant, and I think we're going to start putting our lasagna together. The next step is I will take the pumpkin out of the oven. There we go. Just going to pierce the pumpkin. It doesn't matter if it's not really well cooked because it will cook in the oven when we put our lasagna back in. We're also going to turn the oven down to 180 on fast and force because we don't need it as high when we're baking our lasagna. Okay, we're going to season our pumpkin, some salt, and some pepper. And some nutmeg. You can use some already ground nutmeg, or you can also use a little nutmeg bulb and use one of these little graters to grate it. We will use both today. And a tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is like our Parmesan cheese. It has lots of nutrients, protein, and it's really, really good for you. The next step is to put some spinach down. We have to eat our vegetables, our greens. Just one single layer. It's about 100 grams for each layer. This is our first layer. Okay. I will turn the sauce off now and start layering our lasagna. Oh, this smells amazing. Now please watch out for the cinnamon stick and the bay leaves. Remove them from the sauce when you come across them before you put the sauce on your lasagna. We're using half the sauce, and then the other half will go on the next layer. One layer of our eggplant down. Not overlapping too much. We will season our eggplant with some salt and pepper. Some nutmeg. Nutmeg is used in a lot of our Greek dishes, and it gives a beautiful aroma to the dish and also a beautiful flavor. And another tablespoon of the nutritional yeast. spinach. One more layer of spinach. Beautiful. Yum. Okay. Layer of our sauce again. I'm going to use my silicone spatula to empty the rest of the sauce into my dish. Go, and I will spread it around evenly before we put our next layer of eggplant down. Smells delicious. Okay, I will cut the last eggplant, and that will cook while we're preparing our bechamel sauce. Try and use your knife safely while you're slicing and peeling. I do try my best to always use it safely, but I have inherited some really bad habits, so I'm trying to get out of the habits, my bad habits, and I'm trying to use my knife safely when I'm chopping and peeling with it. Okay, I will remove the eggplant from the toaster and then this one. If it's too hot for you, use a pair of tongs. I'm used to using my fingers. I will try and put all the eggplant in my roll circles together. Very close. Very close. Okay, squash it all in. Close the toaster. Hopefully, it'll cook quickly. We're going to prepare our bechamel sauce now. There is a PowerPoint here somewhere. I will bring my high-speed blender over. I use it for everything. And now, bechamel sauce ingredients. They're still a little bit smoky, but cool enough. Make sure when you're doing this that you have got a blender with an open top. If it's totally sealed, it will explode and it's not safe. I'm going to make a little bit of noise, but I will just pulse it for a little bit. We need to put 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast in our bechamel. Perfect. Okay, it looks perfect. I'll let that sit there for a minute. Okay, now I am going to remove the last lot of eggplant out of the sandwich press. We'll do our last layer, put our bechamel sauce up on top and put it in the oven. Beautiful. You can use tongs if you like. Smells amazing. You are going to absolutely love this. I will use all the eggplant. We'll try and use it all up so we don't have any left over. Okay, salt and pepper again to season. I'm really excited about this because I know how good it will taste. Some pepper. Some nutmeg. Some nutritional yeast. 1 tablespoon. And then our bechamel sauce. Okay, watch this. I'm really excited about the bechamel sauce because it is vegan, but it tastes amazing and it looks amazing. Yes. Look at this. Oh, it looks so good. And it tastes really good as well. And if you have any left over, you can just eat it just like that, or give the jug to the kids to lick the bowl. Spread your bechamel sauce evenly. And we're going to put some more nutmeg on top. Put it in the oven for about 45 minutes and I will see you on the other side when we take it out. See you soon. Okay, now we're going to take our vegan lasagna out of the oven. Let's see how it turned out. Still bubbling. It looks amazing. Perfect color, perfect everything. Well, we're gonna let it cool down for about 15 minutes and then we're gonna get dinner started. Thank you for watching.